work. So we're going to be looking for Ally to do that. But of course, Rosalina is one of the best walling characters in the game. Mario doesn't have the best range. Also doesn't have the best landing options. So once he gets in the air, I'm looking to fall and just continue the up air. So especially with Luma in play.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see what's going to happen here. Because I know, like, when it comes to falln, he has really good ways of trapping people, even in the air, right? He has great juggle traps. His control of Luma is probably second to none. Like, when you look at the way he controls Luma, even the best of Rosalina players like the Buzz remarks that falln just has such great, impressive control of the puppet, Luma.
Yes.
But here it is, Ally right now just employing the rushdown playstyle. There's one of the tools that I wanted to talk about. Using up B in neutral and also the back throw can help greatly when it comes to KOing Luma. And you saw right there, Ally said, I'm willing to take a small amount of damage just by down smashing Luma. I know there's probably going to be cooldown, but who cares?
Yeah. What's really important is making sure you don't have to deal with Luma in neutral. He opens up a lot more opportunities for himself.
And here it is again, the up B option, very smart stuff. He's done his homework. This is not his first rodeo against any Rosalina mains. So right now we have Ally who's doing a good job of just controlling the stage.
Exactly.
And you saw he kind of put himself in a position to potentially set up for a safe spike, maybe?
Yeah, it's Rosalina's recovery, not having a hitbox on it, and also extending her hitbox past the ledge more often than not makes her pretty susceptible to stage spikes. So falln's also got to be really careful with how you choose to recover.
And there it is, Luma out of play right now. Ally on the chase. Okay, just poking a little bit, waiting to see how falln is going to land.
Falln too, though, when he doesn't have Luma, he's actually pretty evasive. Like, don't be surprised if he just runs circles around his opponent. If he's going to opt to go hide, not trying to deal with Ally off stage.
Ooh, and I liked right there how... Oh, wait a second.
Caught him pressing buttons.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. That down smash option, when I saw it, I was like, I wonder if he was expecting falln to, like, go behind him or something? Or...
Yeah, definitely covered the roll or the spot dodge.
There it is.
Okay, Ally's just going to play patient here. Knows he doesn't have to force anything in this situation.
And I think one of the coolest tools that Mario has is how he's able to not really inflict damage with the flood, but get a lot of stage presence. And there it is. He could set up for ledge traps at this juncture.
Something you always got to be careful of. Only real option to defend against that is just hold blocking neutral.
Oh, but the combos, not quite the same as Zenu's, but he still gets the job done.
Yeah, it's really scary on this stage in general. Mario can get a lot of these platform extensions if he's in the right position. All right, falln looking for a trap here. Something I tend to see him do is get his opponent in between him and Luma and go for setups that way if he does get a desync in play.
The chase again. Let's see if actually, that was actually really interesting what you mentioned. But right there, Ally managing to go for that back throw again, doing an impressive job of just separating Luma every time a chance shows up. Back throw, not quite going to KO yet. He manages to DI towards the corner, noticing that the ceilings are rather high on the stage.
Yes. Horizontally, too, have pretty large blast zone.
Yep. Oh, bad spot because, okay, very smart right there by falln. Noticing that Luma, it was a threat for Luma to get KO'd.
Yes. And potentially could have gotten stage back on his own right. All right, see if he can get a juggle here. Ally playing so smart where he's landing. Not making it easy for falln to read where he's actually going to be in position. Fireball snipe, trying to get away out the up B.
And I love how patient falln is when it comes to this matchup. He recognizes, at least when he's off stage, right? Off stage, he sees that Ally's looking for an edge guard, and he'll just bide his time until it's appropriate for him to up B back. But good stuff right there, falln, just going for the jump option, which is a very common one from the edge, especially because you can opt for air dodge at the earliest frames from jump from the edge, which can make it very hard for people to ledge trap.
Especially if you have Luma in play too. Luma hitbox, especially on the down air, covers a lot of range, but catches that crouch with the up smash, barely living there, still applying a lot of pressure off the top platform. Falln is struggling to find his way in pretty much.
Oh, and there it is. Ally trying to look for a grab. Not quite there. We don't see a lot of jabs in neutral here from falln. Kind of playing a very defensive, it seems, and Ally taking advantage of it with that down smash, taking the second game.
Yeah, and actually, I think that's a good thing to point out. I think his defensive play is kind of holding him back a little bit because he's looking like he's scared to kind of go for these overextensions, really apply a lot of pressure to Ally, and that's allowing Ally to dictate the pace of the neutral game, and I don't think that's a good idea for falln.
Yeah, well, a lot of times you'd see falln go for like space neutral airs. You know, he'll go for the 1-2 jabs. I feel like we've seen very little of those. Like I remembered at maybe 1 or 2 if I were to count on my hand. I would be able to count the amount of times on my hand if I were to, you know, count how many times he went for jabs. So definitely looks like he's going to have to try to stop Ally from rushing in, because it looks like Ally is quite hungry to close this out with a 3-0 victory. But first, I wonder if we're going to see a character switch.
Way.
I feel
he's
like...
going to do it.
Oh my gosh. Falln has... Ladies and gentlemen, I believe falln has lost all faith in Rosalina for this set and is going to opt for a different character. You know, his Rosalina is an amazing character, but at this point, sometimes players are just going to have to go for a counter pick, and I respect it totally. Guys, I don't want to ruin the surprise. You're going to see what's going to happen on the screen. All I'm going to say is if any of you are fans of characters who are, what is it, three-letter characters start with an M. The last 2 letters.
The Mii's are here, man.
The Mii's are here, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. Oh, man, I am clapping way too much. I'm pumped. I'm sorry, y'all.
This is an interesting pick. So falln actually did bust out this Mii sword against Mr. R at an MSM recently. And actually to a pretty good effect. I believe he took a round with this character. And I guess his strategy here is to see how long can I actually just keep out Ally and not really, you know, allow him to get these grabs and rack up all his percent. Of course, Mii Gunner isn't like a character that's going to kill really early or like have a huge amount of kill potential, but it can be incredibly difficult to approach, especially on this stage. A character like Mario doesn't really have the best range or a decent projectile in his own right. Yeah. You can kind of see right now, falln just retreating from one side of the stage to the next.
I definitely feel like the anti-grab game is what we're going to see here from falln. He understands that when it comes to this Mario, if you get up close and personal, you will get hurt. So he's trying not to get too close to Ally. You know, he doesn't want to commit. He realizes it's too risky.
Of course, that's not really stopping Ally from getting in here. He's macking up a lot of percent. And he's looking like he's found the holes in falln's defensive playstyle.
But yeah, once you get cornered, that's when Ally really does a good job of just like applying the pressure. And I love the reverse fair just to give him some horizontal movement when he's off stage. Oh, that was an up B. That's risky, because what if Ally were to shield that, dog?
Yeah, he would have been free fall. Would have gotten an easy up smash punish. But it looked like Ally just wasn't sure what that option was from falln.
So it went unpunished. Okay, here it is. And as you can see, this character does have a shine.
Yeah, mainly used to turn their body around so they can use the forward air in the opposite direction and get a lot more coverage on the recovery there. Ooh. Oh, barely having enough invisibility for him to avoid that up smash. Looks like Ally was waiting out that option too.
He definitely wanted it. That's going to be a regrab. Oh, Ally would actually falln with the drop.
Rare SZ there. No, okay. And free stock you want to give to Ally because now he has. Oh, okay. We're both going for risky plays, yeah. I guess.
I don't know what's happening here, but Game 3 is definitely the bloopers game.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, charge shot is in fact a factor here, but he's got to watch the cape, man.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually Game 2 right here. I thought you know, man. But anyway, so here we go. I was testing strides. Just kidding. Here we go, guys. You know what's crazy? The fact that he picked a character that has a projectile against Mario.
Oh, watch that down smash a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It's the only real thing he has to watch is the possible cape on the charge shot. As far as the forward air goes, it's still a really good spacing tool. Because if he does cape the forward air, it won't reach falln. Still, though, struggling to get this first stock off of Ally. Oh, wow.
What a trip!
I don't think Ally expected him to make that back.
Yeah, he was just standing there like, I don't think the Magna hands will come into play. But Sakurai fooled us.
Still, I really appreciate the game Ally's playing here. He's not really forcing anything here. Knows it doesn't take much for him to actually seal out this stock. And he's just been doing a consistent job of just keeping falln pinned in the corner pretty much.
Yep, and you see Ally employing a lot of perfect shields to close the distance. He understands that what his opponent wants to do is just zone him out. But if he pushes him to the corner, that's when he's going to have to force falln. Oh, what did I tell you about?
Watch the cave. Watch the cave.
Yes, man. When you go against Mario with a projectile, you're going to have to remember that at some point the Mario's going to expect a big projectile, especially one that can net a KO. And right there, I mean, the best thing that falln probably could have done was a shine, but would he have even been able to pull it out in time?
Since he did the charge shot so close to Ally, he had very little time to actually react and then pull out the shine. And also, I think Ally kind of gave like a fake opening there. He did like a jump and maybe falln thought he'd catch his landing.
Yeah.
And before he could even think of doing that, got caped right in the face. So Ally's going to go up 2-0. The Mii Gunner pick, surprise pick, not successful there. So he's going to run it back to battlefield with Rosalina. See if he can employ a different strategy here to, get a game off of Ally.
Yeah.
Who's pretty much looking solid as usual in this matchup.
Honestly, not a bad move right there from falln. It's a 3 out of 5 set, and he said, you know what, in game 2, let me see if this Mii Gunner was going to work out. And if not, I'll just try to mount some sort of a comeback here. And he's fully capable of doing that. Great player.
Again, though, I'm definitely impressed with how Ally's been mitigating the Luma play in neutral. Very little times has falln been able to actually use Luma to pressure Ally. There is again, just catching landing with the up B, getting Luma right out of there.
Yeah, he's definitely not afraid to go for that option. Oof, look at that pressure right there from Ally, and he's still keeping it going.
Yep, colors the air dodge with another regrab, taking him all the way to the top. This is huge damage, especially when you're playing against a light character like Rosalina.
And now he's just up smashing
the
so
Ally
much.
classic, and falln is respecting it completely.
I feel like he's basically telling falln, I dare you to land on top of me. This is a statement that he's making.
Yeah.
The fact that he's throwing so many up smashes out, it kind of looks like confidence too right there from Ally.
Yeah, he's definitely confident in this matchup.
Look at that. Just like running towards Rosalina. A lot of characters are too scared when it comes to running into Rosalina's safe zone like that. But Ally is not afraid at all.
Great cross-up roll. Not going to be the stock, but he has an opportunity to get rid of Luma here.
Didn't quite get the angle that he wanted. Luma going towards center instead off of the super jump punch.
Okay, decent in play. falln seeing if he can get Ally in a trap of his own, but Ally showed up smash. Really good answer there. I would love to see him go for more of those anti-air up smashes on Ally's jumps, but baits out the super jump punch that time. Actually getting a punish on it for the first time, securing the first stock in this match. Let's see if he can play a defensive game. Luma just got dunked out of there. Actually, never seen that before.
And remember what I told you before, Strides? Risk management. Right there, Ally noticed, okay, I probably won't get a lot of damage for this. He only took 16, right? But he was able to at least get rid of Luma.
Yeah, and get the stock for his troubles.
Exactly. But now, he's going to have to make sure to try to bring back this lead because falln is doing an impressive job here of trying to maintain it.
That's a chance for a regrab. Nice interruption there. That could have been huge damage. Okay, finally has Ally in the juggle potential. Putting him right back in the air. Oh, no. Bad positioning on that forward smash. Thought Ally would land in front of him, but he just drifted right behind his shield.
I was actually surprised that Ally didn't grab when he landed behind him, too. But right now, Luma gone again. Let's see Ally's decision-making. falln. Yep, good escape. He noticed that Ally was getting too close. He said, nope, not today.
Yeah. falln normally pretty evasive when he doesn't have Luma in play. It's not so easy to just get a free stock off of him.
Wait a second.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
He might have been expecting falln to do the return Luma.
Yes.
And then see if he can get the up smash. But falln's going to drift too low off stage and go out on an SD. That's not the way you want to drop a set. Especially after he's kind of coming back into that set there. Looking much stronger than the first game. But Ally's going to take that 3-0 there. Yeah, I definitely don't want to see him go out like that. But he's still alive in the loser's bracket. Has all opportunity to potentially get another chance to run it back. But Ally's going to move on to the winners finals to play the winner of Larry and Tweak, which is another pretty high profile set we have.
Larry versus Tweak. This is definitely one of the matches that I am really, really excited to see. But of course, before we go into that, we're going to see a couple highlights from the last battle. Looking at the first game between these guys right there, Ally just like exerting his dominance, man. The rushdown was like out of control. Still right here, maintaining his stock up until falln was able to finally take that stock when he was at 83% on his final one.
Yeah.
That shows how well he was doing here in this matchup. And again, that goes to show, like you said, that he has a lot of great experience and confidence when it comes to this matchup. Then we see here in the second game that falln tries to switch gears a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Change characters, maybe throw off Ally, trying to test his knowledge when it